All right. We all good to go?
I
Fork
think
Knight
we are.
Good to
running over
go.
there. All right. Well, welcome to the CouncilCast. This is episode 164, being recorded on April 20th, 2021. 420, baby.
420.
The council is
420.
now in session, and as with every week, we will make arbitrary decisions about topics on science, technology, and random shit
Random shit.
with little background and absolutely no expertise. All CouncilCast decisions are final and have no bearing on anything whatsoever, except for how good Logan is at Fortnite.
The uh, the answer to that is not good.
Yeah.
Except he just punched the shit out of a kid who was even worse. It
If
was
if it
Hook hands.
if we were watching me play Fortnite, I would be in a bush somewhere hiding. That's how I play. I'd be
That's only fair.
waiting
Yep.
waiting for the storm and then running to the next bush to hide, coming in second place. Firing 0 shots, having 0 contact with anyone. Or I might stand on the shore and fish the entire time.
There you go.
There we go.
Well, something that you can't hide from is the Mars Ingenuity helicopter, which has apparently succeeded in having its first flight on another planet.
No way.
Yeah, I thought this was pretty cool, but isn't helicopter a bit of a stretch? Isn't it just a drone?
I mean,
what is the definition of a helicopter?
yeah, isn't a helicopter
Well,
something with
okay. Why do we call drones drones?
because we are stupid?
Because they're
Because mini helicopter sucks. I don't know.
So a
Tiny
helicopter.
is just a
Tiny unmanned.
rotorcraft.
Helicopter is
rotorcraft.
a type of aircraft which derives both lift and propulsion from one or more sets of horizontally revolving overhead rotors. It is capable of moving vertically and horizontally, the direction of motion being controlled by the pitch of the rotor blades. So therefore, it was a helicopter.
Yeah, I think drones is a terrible word. I think that is just stupid because technically they're like, if you get the ones with 4 rotors, they're technically quadcopters. And drone
I think it's
Do you think drone is just because of the noise they make?
No, I think that a lot of people have kind of turned them into like automated, like you can control them remotely, and so that's why it's a drone. So literally anything you can control remotely is a drone, whether it flies or not.
yeah, a remote controlled pilotless aircraft or small flying device. So, I mean, it could be both a drone and a helicopter.
Correct.
Which in this case it is.
Yeah.
But this thing was really cool from a technology standpoint because it used essentially off-the-shelf hardware. It
Really?
had a Snapdragon 801 processor in it, which
really?
is the same processor that was in the OnePlus One and Samsung Galaxy S4. It was not a radiation-hardened processor like the rest of the equipment because is basically they thought, hey, we've got this extra weight capacity. Let's just try this. It's not going to be there for the life of the entire mission. Let's just see if it works. And so they just use off the shelf cheap parts just to see how it worked.
Was this on board the what's on the surface of Mars right now?
There are several. This did come with the latest rover that landed.
Perseverance.
Yes.
Rover, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. I did not know that it was using a lot of off-the-shelf parts. That's kind of interesting.
Yep. And I was watching a video that I think 2/3 of the total power capacity is used just to warm the components.
Is that onboard load or draw?
What do you mean?
I mean, like
Of the total power output it has,
Oh,
2/3 of that is spent heating up the components so they don't freeze and they can work.
Holy
That's a
crap!
little
Did
silly.
you know that the rotor blades were 4 feet wide?
Yeah, this thing is massive, and they spin
way bigger than I thought.
They spin at like 2,000 RPM.
Huh.
Hey, I could.
Is there a reason why? Is there something with the atmosphere that they have to do that?
Yes, the atmosphere is much thinner, so they have to spin faster.
That's cool. The video is pretty awesome to kind of watch, but it is pretty historic because it is the first powered flight on another planet. So we've never actually flown something else on Mars. We've obviously driven on Mars, but not flown anything.
No, powered flight. First powered
Powered
flight,
yeah,
because
sorry. Yeah.
the Russians flew parachutes on Venus.
Yeah.
So we can't make that claim. Russia's got that one. But for like the insulation on the internal transmission box, aerogel was too heavy, so they ended up using CO2. And if you know anything, aerogel is this like a super fine wispy material that's basically lighter than air.
And it
Here-
actually has quite a bit of an absorptive value acoustically.
Yes.
Surprisingly, in the low end, once you get about 4 to 6 inches of that stuff kind of bent up, it does a really weird distortion thing at like 125 hertz and lower. They use it in the top edge of like highway barricade walls, like the noise walls for communities.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they'll start to put that type of stuff in the top and that aerogel stuff up there because it is low frequency deflective. Is essentially what happens because it's creating a weird distortion around that panel because of its lack of mass, which is a weird phenomena because usually you control low frequency with mass. But it only works in like 4-foot increments. You can't start building full barricade walls of it, and it just does nothing.
It's usually a decent insulator for spacecrafts, but it was too heavy
Very.
for the drone, so they just used straight CO2.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I give it a thumbs up. Nice job. That's awesome.
Yep, thumbs up. That's pretty cool.
I wonder how hard it is to control that if there's a signal delay of 6 minutes, though.
Well, it said it can't be controlled with a joystick or anything, so I don't think that you can do that.
That's no
Nope.
fun.
Delay.
It's autonomous. They can tell it to look for, and then it autonomously flies.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair.
That's funny.
Well, somewhere it can't fly is to the moon, which apparently is now
True.
on SpaceX, as NASA has selected them as the sole provider for a lunar lander.
Finally, we're gonna land on the moon.
Finally, yeah.
Finally.
SpaceX
Go up
is
there
gonna
and-
do it for us, I guess.
When they get up there, they can settle the conspiracy theory once and for all by landing in the same spot as the Apollo 11 and checking out the footprints in the flag.
That's a good
See,
point.
but it'll be easier to fake this time because CGI has gotten a lot better.
Well,
Well, if CGI is so good, why haven't we visited Mars? I mean, good grief.
that's a good
We
point, because
have.
right
Didn't
now
you
I
just
think
see the
Logan is
Ingenuity?
in-
Oh,
Logan's
that's
in
right.
Fortnite, so that's obviously a different place.
Look at you, Logan. You're in Fortnite. I'm in Fortnite.
Yeah, so I guess NASA has awarded
Balls.
a $2.89 billion contract to develop a Starship vehicle to take people to the moon, basically.
And then we just leave him there?
Sure, why not? Just the people we don't like anymore, they go to the moon.
With some lunar camping gear, and we'll be back.
And I'm kind of
Survival.
surprised.
It's lunar survival training.
I'm kind of surprised NASA did go ahead and approve this one with all of the kind of negative press SpaceX has been getting about this thing exploding while it's landing. I mean, they've been very open about all of their failures in the past, so it's not surprising that we've seen this thing explode, but like they have not successfully landed one yet. I mean, they have landed one that then blew up 8 minutes later.
Not successfully landed yet.
And one of the most recent ones exploded like in midair on its way down
Pretty
and caused
spectacularly.
a lot of problems with debris flying in like wildlife areas. There's a bunch
How
of
many-
SpaceX parts that landed on the beach.
How many successful landings have you had? successful?
I mean,
Said we
they're
need to
farther
get
along.
Define successful. This would
I
be
mean-
the first.
They're farther along than ULA, so I mean,
Oh my.
ULA hasn't even launched anything that was supposed to have the first human flight like 3 years ago, and they just had their second dry fire this
How
year.
many times did they test the lunar lander for the Apollo missions? How many times did it land before they launched it?
I don't think they like.
Well, exactly. So why not? This could be the
We
first
don't
time
we
ever.
don't know.
No, they just said, "All right, here we go.
I'm assuming they did something.
Let's hope this thing works.
Let's
Because
hope
we
it
are
works.
screwed. Let's hope it works. Everyone's watching."
I will say, like Dave, though, I think that this is a pretty big deal for them to select them as the sole provider for this vehicle, considering they haven't really made anything work yet.
I mean, and with ULA vying for all of this is a massive hit to
Yeah.
their project.
Well, I'm assuming part of this has to be so. This is just for the lander, the Starship part of it. Like this still has to launch on top of a rocket that doesn't really exist yet, right?
Like
So the one thing that keeps blowing up is what they got contracted to do.
yes, because they haven't been able to.
Nice.
They haven't launched the thing that's going to get them there yet. That will blow up plenty of times before.
They have to figure that part out too.
I love those old. What was the series of rockets that just kept going up and crashing in spectacular fireballs? Was it back in the '60s or whatever? The Atlas rocket or whatever that would just all those videos of
Oh.
explosions everywhere.
I know what you.
They just had so many problems getting that thing off the pad.
Yeah.
Reminds me of the same thing.
Yeah, I guess one of the reasons that NASA picked SpaceX though is because apparently their budget was
Victory.
Was well within what they could spend, or at least what they got budgeted from Congress. So, I guess good for SpaceX. Thumbs up for going.
I say thumbs up for the moon. Yeah, going to the moon. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Thumbs up for space.
I really think they should land where the Apollo 11 landing was, and I think they should have a live
Thumbs up
landing
for space.
where the cameras are pointing down so we can see
As it burns.
the flag and the footsteps as it burns everything up. It destroys the flag and the footprints, and we go, "Yep, it was there. I'll be darned."
I mean, as much as whatever you think about Elon, I think SpaceX has been an amazing enterprise for just how much visibility it has given to space and the excitement around watching these things go up and land.
I think it's revived the whole desire to do space exploration, don't you?
Yeah, just getting it into the public vision, and I mean, sure, the all of the other launches were pretty big deals back in the 60s, and then it just kind of in the 90s it was just kind of mundane. And now all of this rapid development and the professional display of live streaming the rocket launches, like I try to watch every one just because it's cool. I mean, even though the Falcon 9s are basically mundane at this point, I still like watching them take off, and I like watching them land. Like this latest one was amazing. It just thunk, smooth landing, didn't go bounce or anything like some of them do. Just I love it.
I think it's pretty impressive that they land. That they can have a controlled landing. That's pretty cool.
Saves a few bucks.
Well, one place where you're not going to be able to find your moon landing conspiracies, though, is Yahoo Answers, because it is shutting down.
What?
This is the first time I heard of Yahoo Answers. What is it? That's probably why it's shutting down. I don't know. I've never heard of it before.
Back in the pre-dawn days of the internet, Yahoo Answers is where people could ask questions, and then other internet users would give you fairly decent answers, and people could vote on the answers whether they were good or not.
Really?
Uh,
Oh, that's
and
sad that it's
then
going away.
then people like Logan found out about it and started giving elaborate troll answers, and other people would upvote them to say that that's the correct answer. So
You get some really interesting answers.
and it's
Yeah,
like
you do.
some of the earliest what are now would be called memes were born on Yahoo Answers, like how is Babby formed?
Babby. So
man.
the origin of the how is Babby formed is the answer to it was they need to be way insane mother who killed their babes because these babes can't fright back. So people
What?
just took this to an extreme level
Mm.
in terms of just giving these garbage answers. I mean, it's like the one place where you know you will not get a real answer.
That's terrible. So it turned out it started off as a good thing and then turned into just a place where everyone spoofed everyone else. Huh?
Yeah, basically.
It was still an okay place for real answers even through the mid 2000s, but since then other platforms have taken over and are better.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I don't know. I don't used to go use Yahoo for anything. So
I like the first comment says they should just import it into Quora. Oh,
Yes.
that would be awesome.
Hmm.
But yeah, I guess if you're really, really sad about Yahoo Answers, I guess the Internet Archive is trying to save some of their pages. So I guess
That's
if
funny.
you're ever looking for old Yahoo Answers, you can go over check them out. But you know, I give the whole Yahoo Answers a thumbs down because I never needed it. And
You didn't spend study hall on
no,
the computers in the library just reading and answering questions?
definitely
no, I did not. There was a computer in my high school growing up. So I'm going to say down for Yahoo.
What kind of high school did you go to?
Well, I went to a high school a long time ago, and there was one computer, and it was
I'm surprised I had computers at that time.
I had one that I'm aware of. I never went back there, and I didn't want to hang around with the people who did go back there. So, thing.
Well, one place that computers could help you is helping you avoid walking into things while you walk, which
This is hilarious.
An latest update to Google and the Android operating system for your phone is it will remind you to avoid distracted walking. Everybody's
Oh my
public
God.
enemy number one.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, apparently this is a new update that might be coming out to Android here recently that says that basically if you're walking around and you pull out your phone, it will pop up with a warning saying watch your step with heads up. If you're if you're walking while using your phone, get a reminder to focus on what's around you. And it says use with caution, heads up doesn't replace paying attention.
Okay, so when I first saw this headline, I was like, okay, cool. They're going to build in an API or something to common applications like text messaging, or that could turn on like the IR sensor or the camera to constantly scan for objects while you're walking. So like if you're holding your phone up and you're walking,
Yep.
if you're coming up something and like there's a wall or a curb or a pole, it will give you a notification, say, hey, there's something coming. But if it's just this thing, a notification saying, hey, you should look up while you're walking and not pay attention. I don't. Thumbs down.
Yeah, because what are you going to do? You're going to swipe it out of the way and go back to what you were doing and walk into traffic. I think, but going back several weeks to when I made the Elon Musk pitch that we need to have a heads-up display pair of eyeglasses, and they'd be way better than this.
Yeah, I don't really see how this is really going to help anybody avoid distracted walking. I mean, you're going to be pulling out your phone, you're going to be looking at it, you're going to be like, oh, fucking notification. You're going to swipe it away, and you're just going to keep going on with your own day. And you're going to be like, God, it's just in my way all the time.
Yep. What happened right before you got hit by the car? I swiped away the thing that told me to look up.
I'm guessing this is more of some lawyer decided to tell Google to put this in because it might save them from getting sued while somebody's walking on their phone, walking with their phone, getting hit by a car.
Could be. Could have been an intern. Could have been an intern
Could
at
be.
Google. Went, hey, you know what? I have an idea. And they went, yeah, okay, intern, run with it.
It does sound like an intern project.
So
Yeah, the interns came up with an app that tells people to look up when they're walking. You're brilliant. Send them all to another company. We don't want any of them.
Well, if you do want to try it out, apparently it is rolling out to Pixel users through the Digital Wellbeing Beta app. So if you want to have a
No
notification
thanks.
that you never want to look at, you can try that.
I'm going to have to say a big thumbs down. I think if Dave's description has what it was, then I'd be totally on board with it. Give it a thumbs up. But
Yep, I just see thumbs down for this. I'm not sure this is going to help anybody. It might actually make it worse because people now have to take an extra minute to swipe it away. Probably makes it even more distracting. Well, something that's not distracting though, or can't certainly not get you in trouble, is turning a Boston Dynamics robot into a pissbot through 9,000. Would you like to have a robot that follows you around and pees beer?
who wouldn't? I don't know.
Oh,
That
this
sounds
is
weird.
So this is this is we've seen this guy before. This is
Michael
there's
Reeves
yeah, Michael Reeves. Yeah. He apparently
coming up with another crazy idea.
Michael Reeves. That's hilarious.
So this guy, he apparently, I don't even know how the heck he got a hold of one of these Boston Dynamics.
You can buy 'em.
Spot. Did he buy one?
He must have bought one.
So apparently he has one of these, and he thought it would be a good idea to figure out how to make it pee beer for you, so that
It keeps
and it's
missing the cup.
more complicated than that is it's autonomous too. So
It keeps missing the cup.
he sets it up so that the robot basically spins around, finds your red Solo cup, and then it will walk up to it and then pee into the cup. And if you watch the full video, it's fantastic. The full video of him testing it out is just like, this is so not even close. Like half the time it'll pee in the cup and then it'll kick the cup over.
Yep. Oh, that's awesome. Who wouldn't want this? You're like, all right, we're serving beer tonight, but you're just gonna have to see what the robot puts in the cup. That's all you get.
I think this is an awesome idea. Actually, one of my favorite parts was if you watch the full video, he had to add a camera, so apparently the built-in camera on the SpotBot's pretty bad. And so he was like, "Oh, I'll just buy the add-on attachment." It's like, I don't know, another $90,000 for the camera.
Oh my gosh.
And so he basically was like, "Oh, well, I can figure this out." And so he just cobbles together this webcam. And he's like, "Well, you just take this and you adapt it to this and you adapt it to that and you adapt it to this and you adapt it to that and you adapt it to this and you adapt it to that once more and hey, you got it all working."
That's awesome.
I'm like, "Oh, that's pretty awesome. I like this. I give this guy a thumbs up. I don't see why you would not want to have one of these.
I give him a thumbs up for entertainment value alone.
I would send it over to like parties and say, "Hey, here's your put your
Your keg on top.
Yeah, put your keg on top. Put the cups out and just let it pee all over them."
It's crazy.
I give him a thumbs up. Nice job.
Yeah, this is pretty sweet.
I agree.
Well, something that won't be able to pee for you is energy drinks, which you may not want to have anymore because apparently a 21-year-old man nearly died after drinking 4 energy drinks a day.
Well, duh.
Yeah, I mean,
It's calm down there, huh?
that's it. They've been dangerous for a long time.
Yeah, I don't think this is really anything new, but apparently
Probably was predisposed for a heart attack anyway.
He apparently had heart and kidney failure, and it was apparently damaging his brain and causing delirium. But he had apparently been drinking 4 cans of energy drink every day for the last 2 years.
Oh my god, that's what killed him. Jeez
Well,
Louise.
yeah. No shit.
So 2 liters of energy drinks.
Yes, 2 liters of energy drinks every day. And that apparently kills your kidneys.
I mean,
Oh, he's from the UK. Never mind. I don't even know how to vote now.
so let's see what a can of that costs like $2.75.
That's not cheap.
So he's drinking approximately $11 worth of energy drinks a day.
Oh, does he drink anything else, you think? Or do you think he just drinks energy
That
drinks?
is $4,000 of energy drinks a year.
Yeah, what's your
Grief.
point, Dave? How many is
It's
that
a
in
lot
10
of
years?
fucking money.
You keep adding it up. I don't get what the point is, though, relation to him dying. Did he die?
I don't.
No, he didn't. He was saved.
He was
apparently.
saved.
I don't care now. Like
I don't care now.
the story is.
Based on the fact that he's from the UK, I don't really know what to do. I'm still undecided about voting.
You know, they're not very smart over there, so I don't blame
I
them.
didn't say that. Good grief. That was harsh.
Gosh.
You think that's where I was headed with that? No way.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Wow. That's a leap there, Blaine.
I mean, this isn't the first time something like this has happened in the last couple of years. Like last year, there was a 26-year-old that had heart failure linked to energy drinks.
Yeah, I think moral of the story
Didn't we talk
here
about
is
him too?
don't drink a fuck ton of energy drinks.
There you go. Now you got
Okay,
the title for this week.
Now we have some family-friendly advice on this show.
Finally, something helpful.
Some consumer advice. There you go.
If you're from well, actually, what it should say is if you're from the UK, don't drink 4 energy drinks a day for 2 years.
I
Just
think that
to be
applies.
specific.
I think that
I
applies
don't think it
here in the
applies to
States.
everyone. No. I think it just applies to people in Europe.
Just European energy drinks.
There you're in. That was probably that. Maybe that was it. It wasn't an FDA controlled energy drink. It was a European, whatever their FDA is, energy drink. So who knows what was in it?
Yep. Well, with that, I think we're gonna move on to our Elon Musk pitches for the week. Then.
I've got one for him.
You want to pitch something?
Yay!
All right.
I want Elon Musk to create an API for a phone that uses like the cameras and the infrared and the IR, so that when you're walking and you're holding it up and you're not paying attention, that it'll be continuously scanning your surroundings, and then it'll tell you when you're going to run into stuff.
Yeah,
Sweet.
heads up display.
Logan, we have lost your audio if you're trying to talk.
Oh no.
Wait,
no,
we're
it's just
back.
You're really quiet.
You just not talking
Oh, am I really quiet or yeah?
No, you sound good now.
when you
Okay,
talk
cool.
into the microphone.
I
When I
can't
talk
believe
into
you
the
sound like that while you're inside of a video game.
I
Incredible.
know, right?
I don't understand.
That's a great idea. Great idea, Dave.
I like it. I just wish somebody had thought of it already, because I don't know how many times in New York City I just about got ran over. Like,
Yeah.
And if you're in a car, it would do the exact same thing.
Oh, that would be good.
Also,
It'll
also
interface with your car's
Yeah.
stuff, so then it can let's just take away all driving abilities away from people and make it completely automated.
Well,
so then
like those guys in Texas.
So would there be less or more accidents?
there would be less.
But-
It
but
just becomes
machines-
a legal problem.
Computers break down, machines break, things get shut off.
People
Don't
have
you think there'd
brake
be-
lines.
Yeah, that happens all the time.
brake lines get cut? Is that what you said? What?
I guess that's what Blaine said. I don't know where Blaine works or or lives or what he does, but it sounds like he's in a pretty dangerous situation there to have his brake
When-
lines cut all the time.
Well, you know,
When
Minneapolis traffic
Google and
investigated
Tesla
me
were
this
doing
week.
when Google and Tesla were doing their automated self-driving stuff, it was headline news when one of those cars got into an accident like once every 6 months. Right?
That's fair.
How many
True.
accidents happened
Due to cut
today
brake lines.
due to cut brake lines?
Including cut brake lines?
No,
I don't know.
just
Let me
cut
look it
brake
up.
lines.
Like
Oh, just cut brake lines.
every day there is an accident on the interstate here in Des Moines. At least one.
Yeah, but if you have a computer driving your car, then you can't drive crazy.
Yeah, but I think part of that though is the percentage of self-driving cars to how many crash per capita of self-driving cars compared to number of cars per
True.
number
It
of
is
Per
still
capita.
smaller.
Per capita.
Per mile, Google and Tesla have had less accidents than a normal driver.
But I'm talking about just in general. If they only went out once today and they crashed versus the 10 million of cars that went out and didn't crash.
I haven't crashed in a long time, so my per mile would be way up there.
I mean, it has been 4 days now?
4 days. I haven't had my brake lines cut in a long time.
Not since
Holy.
yesterday.
Not since college. That was a good one.
That was a great joke.
That was a great joke.
Frat brothers, what can you say?
Frat brothers. Oh my. Oh
Uh,
my.
all right, who
Mm.
else has a pitch for Mr. Elon Musk?
I just want to add to my pitch from last week. Last week, my pitch was called Alibi, and I wanted him to coordinate with, Apple or someone and create an app where, when you're on the phone, it can give the impression that you're somewhere else. And I want to add a more practical and less sleazy application to that. And that's, let's say you're in the bathroom, and everyone's on their phone in the bathroom, and so you don't want to answer, but you have to answer a call. And you said that echoey sound, and so you're always like, oh, yeah, so, and everyone can just tell. So you want some other sound, like maybe you're in your office sound instead of in the bathroom. So I think that I just want to continue to add on that, continue to give some information to Elon, and hopefully he'll pick up on this one, because I think this is a great idea.
I think
It's a legitimate business proposal. I hope he takes advantage of it.
now that I'm thinking about this, I'm wondering, why stop at just the bathroom in your house?
Okay.
What if you're in the bathroom, a public bathroom, and you don't want
Oh,
other
yeah.
people to hear you?
Oh.
So not only does it mask where you are to the person you're on the phone with, but it masks you from the other people in the bathroom.
So like a cone of silence.
Yeah, like cone of silence. Yes. So they don't even know you're talking.
Exactly.
Oh, I like that. Now that's next level right there.
There you go. Thumbs up for that one.
There you go.
I like that.
Thumbs up for that one.
Logan, you got anything? Or do you have to concentrate on winning this game?
I didn't realize there's only 2 guys left.
I think
Oof.
Are you going for 2 wins in a row? Is that what this is?
Yep.
Oh,
Oh,
shoot, you're in the storm. Get out of the storm.
You're gonna die.
History may be made on the CouncilCast stream.
I'd be dead.
Oh,
Oh,
man alive.
Nope.
oh.
Sorry, no history made today.
Man
Gold and a
alive.
silver.
All right. Any pitch
All
for
the
you,
tension was on me.
Logan?
I got a thing for him.
All right. Let's hear it.
I want a light that when you shine it in your eyes, it
That's
doesn't
not a red
make you
light.
go blind. Because I can't see anything now.
That's something that exists already.
Brian has been doing some testing with a red light that actually improves his vision.
No, I want
Right.
I want a light. I want a light. Like this, like this kind of a light
Yeah.
Oh my god.
that doesn't make you go blind.
All right. So it
Okay.
lights up
Okay.
the area around you, but it just doesn't make your eyes go blind. Hey,
Right.
I could see
A
that.
smart light.
That's
It
actually not a
detects your
bad idea.
pupils. And doesn't
That's
shine
an
towards your
idea.
eyes.
Yeah.
That is absolutely an idea. Ryan, you have hit the nail on the head with this one.
That-
It's an idea.
That is an idea. That is an idea. Oh, that's awesome.
I think my pitch for Mr. Musk is going to be that, if you got like a bunch of tires at your house, you're trying to move them around, and they're not light. And maybe
Tires?
They're
maybe you
bouncy.
want to carry them up and down the stairs. I think he should come up with a robot that carries around your tires for you.
I think Boston Dynamics can hook you up with that.
No, wait. Are we talking about car tires?
Yeah, car tires.
How many car tires do you have, Blaine?
Too many.
And you carry them up and down the stairs?
Oh yeah, just for fun.
Always a second set.
There's a car theme here. Cutting the gas lines, car tires stocked up in your house. I don't know what's going on, but I'm curious.
May be preparing for the apocalypse.
Oh, well, you're preparing in an incorrect way.
Oh, damn
Oh,
it.
man.
I don't know what
Yes,
apocalypse.
again.
I don't know what apocalypse is that you're bartering with tires, but I don't think
Let's
it's.
just say, when you are in your car and you're trying to get away from all those zombies and you only have one set of tires and it goes flat, you're stuck.
Maybe if they were big tractor tires and you could get inside them and roll down a hill, that might be a way to get away from
I'm gonna
zombies.
be able to get away. All I have to do is outrun you. That's okay.
Outrun me. I'll be the zombie. Is that it? Yeah, that's probably true. It's probably true.
All right. I think with that, I'm going to go ahead and call this council meeting adjourned. Thank you, everyone, for listening. We do record this podcast live Tuesday nights on YouTube. And if you did like what you saw and want to check out all of our past episodes, I'm not sure why you would, but you can go
I know,
to
you have no
councilcast.org.
idea.
Maybe you prefer the audio files because we're just, too damn handsome for you, or Logan's too busy shining flashlights in your eyes. I'm not sure. But you can find them on iTunes.
Pick
or
that
your
up on the
favorite
audio file.
podcatcher. And if you have a topic you'd like the council's decision on, you can email us at idon'tcare@councilcast.org or connect with us on Twitter at RealCouncilCast. Thanks for listening, and goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.